back, yeah, sooner or later. What comes around goes around. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me ripped apart. Cold to touch, not too much, but it's never enough. I'm searching inside, but there is nowhere to hide. Sipping one terror love, and now I'm left with wanting. It's haunting. The poison lips, sinking ships, leaving me in the ocean, and I'm drowned with the tide. Keeping leaning like a death by 1,000 concessions. Your confession. You never loved me for who I am, just what you wanted from me. Talking like strangers, wrapped in a anger. It's going down. We'll end up back, yeah, sooner or later. What comes around goes around. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me ripped apart. Cold to touch, not too much, but it's never enough. I'm searching inside, but there is nowhere to hide. There's nowhere left to hide. There's nowhere left to hide. From head to my toes, I can feel it in my bones. When I take it down, I know she'll never let me go. When I think I regret, make you want me to forget. Every night I make you love is meaningless sex. Now my heart is in the palm of your rain, your satisfaction. When I quit fucking, now you're looking for some action. Better run quick or just quit, chasing what you're after. Talking like strangers, wrapped in a anger. It's going down. We'll end up back, yeah, sooner or later. What comes around goes around. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me ripped apart. Cold to touch, not too much, but it's never enough. I'm searching inside, but there is nowhere to hide. Breaking hearts, showing scars, leave me ripped apart. Cold to touch, not too much, but it's never enough. I'm searching inside, but there is nowhere to hide.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 668th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. Shout out to the Failsafe for the remix of the TSR Live theme song, Vegas Nights. The Failsafe, that is Jesse, Karen, Kaio, and Chad, so thank you to them for remixing that for me. We are brought to you in part by Gorilla Mind Rush, the #1 non-habit-forming energy and focus supplement on the market. Be hyper-productive and laser-focused for hours with zero crash and zero jitter. Support your productivity and the show by going to donovansharpe.com/Gorilla Mind Rush to get your hands on a bottle or 50. We are multi-streaming live to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SharpeStream. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. It is Monday, October 19th of 2020. It is good to have you guys in this afternoon. It's been a while, guys. It has been a while. It's been far too long since I have done a solo live broadcast, which is my bread and butter and why most guys know who I am. This is how I sort of made my hay. I've been busy, very, very busy over the last couple of months. Had a lot going on. I built Studio B. I shot 3 episodes of One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe in Studio B, then deconstructed Studio B, moved into a larger studio, which proved to be a worthwhile investment. And, of course, Studio B. With Studio B came with in-studio guests and all the rest of that. Had Myron Gaines, Kevin Samuels, Hotep Jesus, and a bunch of other guests. I actually still have Aaron Clary and Coach Greg Adams flying in early next month, so I'm very, very much looking forward to that. But all of that took a lot of time, a lot of preparation, and so forth. I also started shooting Womanese Volume 3. I flew in a professional cameraman, flew in a few models, hired a makeup expert, shot it all in front of the green screen. I mean, I went all out, and I spared absolutely no expense to drastically improve the production quality of my signature course. I'm actually flying up to Detroit on Thursday, this Thursday, to finish filming the rest of my segments. And oh, by the way, I will be in studio with Terrence Popp this Thursday. So be sure to stay tuned for that. I'm also working on another couple of projects as well. I am working on my new ebook, The 48 Laws of Sharpe. I am also working on sort of a Crimson Capsule 101 book, sort of a starter guide for men who have recently found the community and are wondering where to start. A lot of guys, hey, Donovan, I've just found this community. What now? Like, where do I start? Who do I start with? What books do I buy? What courses and and so on and so forth. Let me quickly jump in here, and because there is a change I need to make. There we go. Excellent. Had a slight production snafu there. Had to make sure my advanced scene switcher is on as well. And then, of course, I am at the beginning stages. I'm in the beginning stages of planning my first major event, which is going to be late next spring. I'm thinking, I don't know, like late May, early June, and I'm 90% certain, I'm 95% certain that this event is going to take place in Las Vegas. I don't know what I'm going to call it. It's going to have something to do with masculine excellence. I've been kicking around the idea of maybe calling it the Masculine Excellence Conference, the Masculine Excellence Convention. I don't know, but I'm kicking around some ideas. Devin and I are actually going to be doing some recon out in Las Vegas next month. We're going to be flying out to Vegas, and we're going to be doing some recon out there. We're going to be scouting out some venues and, pricing things out, figuring out what we have to do, when we have to do them, and things of that nature. I was also supposed to be in Hawaii this week, but because their beer bug restrictions are sort of touch and go, I had to put that trip off until things loosen up a little bit in the Hawaiian Islands. I actually heard, Devin actually sent me an article or a news thing today that there are 2 restaurants in Kauai. That's the island that her and I were supposed to visit. But there are 2 restaurants in Kauai that aren't allowing tourists to even dine there. Okay? So it appears, at least in the short term, that I have made the correct call on that. They're not even letting tourists eat in the restaurant. I just didn't want to take a chance. I don't want to fly all the way there and then essentially be quarantined to our hotel room. Listen, if ever there's a place to be quarantined, I suppose it would be on the Hawaiian Islands in a really nice room. That being said, that doesn't mean you don't still get cabin fever even in paradise. So made the right call there. So I've been incredibly busy. I've been very, very productive trying to build my brand and expand things a little bit. And that's why I've been on the air. That's why I haven't been on the air in this capacity as consistently as I was up until a few months back. But things have calmed down substantially, which means I now have time to engage in, by far and away, the best part of being Donovan Sharpe, which is doing individual live streams like this. Listen, man, I've done courses. I've written a few books. I've done all sorts of cool things. I've done remote shows. I've traveled and all that other kind of stuff. All that stuff is great. All that stuff is fantastic. I love doing that stuff, but this is where I make my hay. This is what I enjoy doing the very most. I loved filming Womanese, but you know, it was kind of a hassle. It was just kind of, you know, I like doing this. I remember when I had all day to plan my shows. I used to spend 6, 7, 8-hour days planning, you know, 2.5, 3-hour shows. I don't have that luxury anymore because obviously I have a lot more going on. And of course, you know, the busier you get, the less time you have for certain things. And things have just sort of, it's been a very successful year for us here at TSR Towers. I'm very, very thankful for the way things have gone. But by the same token, I missed you guys. I missed doing these individual live shows. And so welcome back to TSR Towers, everybody. I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the kind of content and knowledge that got me to where I am today. Let me shout out a couple of super chats. Red Sings the Blue, $5, says a big inspiration for me and my podcast, working hard just like you. Keep at it there, Red Sings the Blues. Appreciate that. The Way of Life, $10, says, let's raise our sons and daughters right again so we can have decent families and a proper society. Good luck, men. Never give up. Be the 1% among this fallen generation. Army combat vet, dad, husband. I appreciate that. The Way of Life. I seem to resonate well with the military community. I was a military brat. That doesn't mean I have military ties or habits. I don't know. I mean, I wake up early. I think that's probably the only one. But I seem to resonate a lot with military guys. I love having military guys in here. We definitely appreciate you guys' service. James Martinez is in the house. Good to see you in here. He says, good to Vegas December 17th and 19th so you can catch the Olympia. Okay. Big Brandon is in the house. Good to see you in here. True Chino says, from the beginning, it all comes back to the starting floor when you rise to the top. That's it, man. That's it. I wanted to make sure that I didn't get lost in the sauce because things happened very, very, very quickly this year. And it never really got overwhelming because I said, okay, I'm at this point. I'm very successful. I didn't really think I was going to be this successful this early, so I kind of had to adjust things. Things have adjusted. I've put my money in the right places. Things are headed well. And you guys know that I like to reinvest in everything that I do. And I don't think that this is going to be any different. So like I said, man, my schedule has sort of kind of cleared up a little bit. And so I'm going to be doing TSR Live with Donovan Sharpe Monday through Thursdays at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. Wednesday, I will have Sterling Cooper. Yes, that's Sterling Cooper, male adult film star Sterling Cooper will join me, and we're going to do an entire live stream where he talks about literally nothing but the business, the industry, how he got in, the pros and cons, things of that nature. Myron and I actually did I think we were doing one of our episodes. We were talking about Mia Khalifa and her, I guess, not return to the business, but she decided to do OnlyFans. And so that wasn't surprising to us because, of course, once you're in the business, once you're selling your body for money, so to speak, you're always going to be doing that. And Sterling Cooper made his way into the stream, and that was a fascinating stream to be sure. So I will have him on day after tomorrow. And then, of course, on Thursday, I am flying up to Detroit, and I will be joining Terrence Popp live from the lair. So that is going to be a good day as well. Ed Lattimore making an appearance, $10, says, good to see some live stuff popping up on YouTube again. My favorite stuff. Absolutely. This is my favorite. This is my favoritist, my mostest favoritist thing to do. This is the best part about being Donovan Sharpe, man, is doing stuff like this. Later on in the show, I'm going to talk about Ayesha Curry posting a picture as a blonde. That's right. Ayesha Curry posted an Instagram picture of her as a blonde. So there are all sorts of implications there. So you'll definitely want to stick around for that. But I'm going to start with something that is talked about constantly among women, but is rarely discussed by men. And that is what women like to characterize as controlling, possessive, jealous, insecure, and abusive behaviors and characteristics that men display in relationships. Now, the reason this group of terms, the, jealous, insecure, abusive, controlling, possessive, the reason that group of terms doesn't really get as much airtime as it should is because most men, unplugged or otherwise, don't really know how to properly address it. Okay, anytime a man is accused of being controlling or possessive, or any one of these trump card terms that women like to use when their men try to hold them accountable, men feel like they've been checkmated. We say to ourselves, well, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy who's the jealous, insecure boyfriend who projects his insecurities onto my girlfriend by being controlling and possessive, right? The terms that women use as what they believe is the trump card, this is what women use anytime their boyfriends or husbands voice concerns about behaviors that are conducive to infidelity. Such as, who are you texting this late at night? You're insecure. I don't want you going to lunch with Kevin in sales anymore. You're being controlling. Why are you still hanging out with your ex? You're being possessive. A lot of guys ask me, and I get emails like this all the time. They ask me, Donovan, how can I control my girlfriend's behavior but not come off as controlling, possessive, or insecure? And my answer to that question, it's actually a few parts. Number one, you cannot control a woman's behavior, nor should you want to. One of the many good things about being in a relationship of consequence is knowing that a woman is with you because she wants to be, right? Knowing that when she does things for you, whatever they may be, you're not putting a gun to her head and she's doing it because she loves you and wants to stay with you. She loves you. She wants to be nice to you. She wants to stay with you. So she's doing nice things so that you'll stay. No, this doesn't mean that they do everything with a smile. You gotta understand this, gentlemen. Sometimes your woman is not going to want to do certain things for you, but she does them anyway. And that's when you know a woman truly loves you. Number two, you do not want to be controlling. No. What you need to be is in control and territorial. If you're a man who has this shit together, if you're in good shape, if you have goals, if you're driven, if you're disciplined, and you live a great life, then women love it when you are territorial with them. Okay? Women love being owned and possessed by high-value men. Value men. Always have, always will. Okay? Being controlling is a bad thing because you can't force a woman to do anything she doesn't want to do, guys. But being in control is definitely a good thing. No, not because you control or attempt to control your woman, but because you control your environment. Women, guys, I'm here to tell you, man, women don't want to do and plan everything. They want to sit back, they want to relax, and they want to enjoy the ride. Women don't love men who try to control them. No, they love men who are in control. There's a big difference. Yes, there will be times when you do need to dictate to your woman what she needs to do in any given situation. That's life. But that's not being controlling. That's called being a man. If your woman trusts your judgment, she will make the proper adjustments. Number three, I guess I'll address the question directly. If you want to avoid coming off as jealous or insecure, you need to be territorial. Well, how can I be territorial, Donovan? I want you to listen and listen very, very carefully here. The difference between being insecure and being territorial is that insecurity is reactive, being territorial is proactive. Let me say that again. The difference between being insecure and being territorial is that insecurity is reactive, being territorial is proactive, okay? Insecurity is a reaction after you see or hear something you don't like your girl doing or saying. Being territorial is not allowing your woman to put herself in that situation in the first place. If you don't want to look insecure about your girl getting hit on at the club, then number one, never take your girl to the club. And number two, do not get into relationships with women who go to the club. OMG, Donovan, that's so controlling and possessive, you insecure loser. You can't give women ultimatums. On the contrary, I don't give women ultimatums. I give women choices. I didn't tell Devin when we first got together, listen, if you go to the club, we're done. No. When she expressed her desire to be in a relationship with me, I let her know up front. I don't date women who go to bars or clubs. I let her know that up front. So Devin knew that if she chose to go to the club or the bar, she also chose to forfeit any opportunity she had to earn my commitment. It was her choice and hers alone. And this is the case with any and all requirements any given man has of his woman in a relationship. That's how this works. So when and if a man ever gets to this point in his sexual interactions with a woman at any given time, this represents a pivotal moment in terms of where your relationship goes from this point. If she really wants to be with you, she will give up bars and or clubs. If she doesn't want to be with you, she won't. But there are some women who will try to have it both ways. They want to be in a relationship with you, but they don't want to give up behaviors that put your potential relationship at risk. And what girls try to do when they want their cake and eat it too is they attempt to characterize your demands as abusive. There's another one of those buzzwords, right? And keep in mind, guys, a lot of girls will sort of pull that bait and switch on you. They'll tell you that they'll give up bars and clubs and the nightlife. But then 6 months later, they'll tell you they're going out for drinks with their friends. And when you tell her that you don't have a problem with her going out for drinks with her and her friends, and then remind her that you do not commit to women who go to bars or clubs, she'll try to go back on her word and use that next level shaming language like abuse. And I'll actually tell you a quick story about one of the first times this happened to me. A while back, I was casually dating this redhead when I was living in Vegas. Her name was Stephanie. Stephanie was probably a hard 6 to maybe like a soft 7, depending on the day. She had an incredible body because she was a fitness freak. She competed in fitness competitions. She did half marathons, triathlons, obstacle courses, all that stuff. But her face was below average, right? Like, she wasn't exactly a butterface, but she almost was, maybe. And now that I'm thinking about it, because this was early in my Vegas days, she may have actually been a butterface, because I hadn't really started sleeping with super hot girls yet. That wouldn't start happening for another 2.5, 3 years, right? Anyway, we'd been seeing each other for a few weeks, and she kept asking me, when are we going to get serious? When are we going to get serious? As most girls do, right? I kept blowing her off because I never wanted to get serious with her, okay? I was actually sleeping with another girl that I'd started to catch feelings for, so I never really considered dating Stephanie exclusively because I was hung up on the other chick. Yes, gentlemen, I still had a little bit of blue pill simp in me. That's part of the process. This was early in my player days. So she finally just asked me, flat out, why don't you just give me the title? I said to her, because you're always at the club or some bar. And she says, well, what's wrong with going out with my friends? I said, nothing. And there's nothing wrong with going to bars or clubs. But I'm not trying to be involved with some barfly or some club broad, right? And this was long before I made this a requirement. I just knew instinctually that it was a bad bet to commit to a woman who was at bars or clubs all the time. So she looks at me with this faux confusion, as if she just didn't know what I was talking about, and I just rolled my eyes. Guys, Stephanie, dude, she knows damn well what happens at the club, and so do we as men. So if she really wanted to be in a relationship with me, then why does she want to get all dolled up to go to a place late at night with hordes of men around? Why does she want to get her hair done, get her nails done, slather on makeup and lipstick, wear skin-tight clothing, wear high heels that are mostly seen on stages or on X-rated movie sets, and then go out at night into a building where there are men trying to get at them? Well, this is simple, guys. It's because she wants male attention and everything that comes with it, like free drinks, grinding on the dance floor, making out in the corner, getting pounded out in the bathroom. That's why. But because she knows that guys who would pound them out in nightclub bathrooms would never commit to girls who give it up that quickly and easily, they make sure that they're not alone by shaming their boyfriends or the guys they're trying to rope into a relationship into being okay with putting themselves directly in the crosshairs of players so they can, what, class? Have their cake and eat it too. Women act like we don't know that that's what goes on in clubs, and they act like we don't know why they want to be there. All men, unplugged or otherwise, know that females lack impulse control. You mix that lack of impulse control with alcohol and late night sausage party, cheating is inevitable, guys. Women know this, they see this, and they do this. But if a guy has a problem, I guess I should have made the camera a little bit higher there. But if a guy has a problem with her putting herself in a situation that almost always leads to cheating, he's being emotionally abusive. He's being controlling and possessive. Ladies, we don't mind if you hang out with your friends. In fact, we prefer that you do, because we need our alone time to recharge our batteries. But what we will not condone is hanging out with friends and doing things that put our relationships at risk. You don't have to go to the bar or the club to hang out with your friends. There are plenty of other things and you can do and places you can go with your friends without exposing yourselves to bananas and cucumbers. And I'll tell you this, no man in the history of the world has ever said to his woman, no, you cannot go to your married friend's house to bake cookies, drink tea, and do crossword puzzles together. So here's some 5%er advice for you guys out here. If a woman you're seeing wants exclusivity with you, let her know, and I've said this a million times, but let her know that you do not date women who go to bars or clubs. And there's no need to be an asshole about it. Just let her know matter-of-factly, the same way you would tell her that you don't eat bread with mold on it. So if you're out to dinner, she says, hey, you want to make this thing exclusive? Just kind of shrug your shoulder and say, yeah, you know, the thoughts crossed my mind, but I don't date women who go to bars or clubs. Again, if she's not willing to give these things up, cool. Just keep things as is, order another drink, and let the good time result. So back to my story. So Stephanie says to me, well, wait, you don't want to be my boyfriend because I like to go out and have fun with my friends? I said, that's not what I said. I said, I don't want to be your boyfriend because you go out just about every night and the places you go to are sausage fests. So she tried the usual shaming language, right? Jealous, controlling, possessive, and all the rest of that. I said, look, call it what you want, but I'm not going to date a girl who surrounds herself with dudes and cheap liquor every other night. And so she opens her mouth. This is crazy. So she opens her mouth really, really wide, and she covers it up like this. And she starts backing away slowly, like she was scared of something. And I looked, and I was like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? She said, oh my God, you're one of those abusive guys. You're being emotionally abusive. I said, oh, good God, here we go. Long story short, she told me that she couldn't be in a relationship with an emotional abuser, and we ended up going our separate ways for about a week. And then she came over and spent the next week and a half at my place pretending to be my housekeeper and personal chef. Okay? She couldn't just handle being rejected, so she had to turn it around and say that I was an abuser and that she couldn't be in a relationship with me so that she could tell her friends that she was the one who ended things. But what she won't tell her friends is how she came crawling back and tried to move in with me a week later. But the takeaway from that situation is that she tried to up the ante and call me an abuser when I stood my ground on why I didn't want to commit to her. Emotionally abusive, gentlemen, that is womanese for he doesn't let me get away with bad behavior. He verbalizes his disapproval and requires me to correct said behavior to acquire and keep his commitment. Understand this, gentlemen, and I really need you to pay attention here. Women define a relationship as unhealthy or toxic when cheating is difficult. But when it is easy to cheat, that relationship is healthy. Let me repeat that. When a woman is in a relationship where it is hard to cheat, she says it is unhealthy. When it is easy to cheat, she calls it healthy. Guys, today's women want all of the freedom and lack of accountability that comes with being single, while also getting the commitment, the social status, and the security that comes with being in a relationship. They want it both ways. And anytime a man doesn't allow her to have it both ways, what does she call him? She calls him toxic. She calls him oppressive. She calls him abusive. These labels are shaming tactics designed to marginalize men who do not allow their women to put themselves in situations that are conducive to cheating. Oh, did you hear about what Catherine's husband said to her? He said she can't come with us for a weekend Vegas trip. OMG, he's so oppressive. No, he's not oppressive. Catherine's husband is protecting his family by not allowing his wife to spend a weekend in Sin City getting raw dogged by God knows who, then 9 months later, giving birth to a kid that looks nothing like him and having to support that kid financially for the next 2 decades, while also living with the pain and anguish that comes with living with a female who betrayed him in the worst way. If a girl you're dating calls her ex-boyfriend possessive or emotionally abusive, she is literally telling you she wanted the freedom of the single life with the safety net of a relationship, and he wasn't here for it. So here's some more 5%er advice. If a woman you're seeing wants to have a relationship with you, let her know that you have never dated a woman who travels alone or with her friends to party cities like Vegas or anywhere else. And guys, listen, man, if this is something that she is not willing to give up, no problem. Let her know that your arrangement will remain as is, which is sex without the commitment, and leave it at that. And guess what, guys? 9 times out of 10, she'll either stick around or she'll pretend to leave and then come crawling back and give you the best sex of your life while also cleaning your apartment, washing your clothes, and cooking your meals. Now, this treatment won't last forever because, again, they want it both ways. And when they do this, they're trying to circumvent your requirements because eventually they will try you again. This is what they do. And the truth is that you can only stonewall a girl for so long before she realizes that she's either going to have to give up bars and clubs to be with you, pardon me, or try to find another guy who will let her get away with what you didn't. Rinse and repeat. I answer your super chats and talk about Ayesha Curry's blonde Instagram photo. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're back in 30. Get access to tens of thousands of hours of content not safe for YouTube on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Podcast versions of my daily show without the small talk, audio versions so you can listen on the go, exclusive access to the entire seasons of my signature collaborations like The 7 and One-on-One with Donovan Sharpe, weekly webinars, the archive, and much, much more. Join our tight-knit community of over 1,400 men at patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description. Welcome back to TSR Live, guys. You are watching the 686th version of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is hard to believe that we are almost at episode 700. I remember, you know, it's interesting. I remember when I hit episode number 100, episode number 200, 300, 400, and I remember thinking, dude, like, we are really starting to tick down these episodes quite a bit. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like I said, we're on episode 6 sometimes. I'll tell you what, sometimes I actually lose count. Yeah, 668. We are on episode number 668, and it will not be long before we hit episode number 700. So shout out to you guys for helping me to get this far. We'll talk about Ayesha Curry here in just a second. We're going to shout out the super chats here. A Wild Deku, $10, says a king knows what is his, and he cedes no ground. A peasant rebels. Rebel and you fail the test, and a woman will treat you as a queen treats a peasant. Very well said, my friend. Very, very well said. Andre Hatchett, $10. I appreciate that. Jason Bravo, $5, says, like Coach Greg Adams says, there is a difference between allowing and accepting certain behaviors from women. I've never really thought of it that way. That is a that is an excellent point. Now that I'm thinking about it. Merciless, $10, says, welcome back, D. Silly question. In your opinion, what must a man highly possess for a woman to give up attention currency? Not many women would drop social media or clubbing in exchange for an LTR today. So I guess what you're asking me is, what would you have to possess in order for a woman to want to give up social media in order to be in a relationship with you? And my guess is that a lot of you guys are watching me for the very first time, and you guys are probably thinking to yourselves, there is absolutely, positively no way that a woman would ever give up social media. Let me ask you a question. If Leonardo DiCaprio, who is, I think he's like 45, 46 years old. If Leonardo DiCaprio starts dating a hot 21, 22-year-old girl, and the hot 21, 22-year-old girl wants to be Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend, and Leo tells her, look, Toots, like, you're cute and all, you look good and all, you keep me occupied in the bedroom and all, but I don't really do the relationship thing with women who are on social media. That's just not something I do. Do you think that she would hesitate in deleting her social media? Of course she wouldn't hesitate. She would absolutely do it. Now, some of you guys are thinking, well, of course she would delete her social media. Let's Leonardo DiCaprio. But that's the point. That is the point. Your value dictates a woman's behavior. If your value is high, your woman will stay in pocket. If your value is not high, she will stay in pocket until she finds someone of greater value. And then, of course, she gets out of pocket, and then she branch swings. So to get back to Merciless's question, I don't think you can quantify what would make a woman give up attention currency. I don't think I mean, I can't say, well, if you're worth, $20 million and you have X, Y, and Z, then yes, a woman will give up social media for that. Because you got to understand, attention currency, that is a very, very, very strong pull for women, man. Like, women, dude, I'm telling you right now, women are not going to give up the attention. They're just not going to do it. They are absolutely, positively not going to give up the attention. That doesn't mean that some of them won't, but those women are few and way far between. Because think about it like this. Let's say you are worth $20 million and you're 6'5". You've got a 9-inch sausage. You give her the best bedroom fun of her life and all of the rest of that. And you say to her, hey, look, or she says, hey, I want to be your girlfriend. Can we, what can I do to be your girlfriend? You give her the list. You tell her, listen, I don't date women who go to bars or clubs. I don't commit to women who keep in contact with their exes. I don't commit to women who are hanging out with dudes all the time. I don't commit to women who are on social media. So you're telling me that I have to give up social media to be in a relationship with you? That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm telling you is that I don't date women who are on social media. And she'll do the math. So you're telling me if I want to be in a relationship with you, I have to give up social media. You don't have to do anything. I'm telling you that I don't date women who are on social media. Okay? You're, again, $20 million, you're a 20-time multimillionaire. 6'5", 9-inch sausage, Lamborghinis, all the rest of that. What good is it? What good is it in her mind to lock down a high-value man if nobody knows about it, right? Think about that. The average 21, 22-year-old girl, Instagram thought, whatever the case may be, they get with this super-duper high-value guy. He wants to commit to her. He can take her on trips around the world. He can buy her all kinds of nice things. She really wants to show the world, hey, look at me. Donovan shows me, and I'm not worth $20 million. Hopefully I will be one day. But that would be something very, very difficult for a woman to give up. So now people would say, okay, Donovan, Devin gave up social media. You're not worth $20 million. You don't have a 9-inch sausage. Actually, my sausage is probably about 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. All jokes aside, Devin gave up all social media. She gave it all up. And I don't have those stats. I'm an above average looking guy. But why did she give those things up? You want to know something, guys? If I'm keeping it all the way real, I mean, listen, aside from the obvious, I'm driven, high value, this and that and the other. Though all of those things are standard, right? Those things have to be in place for her to even consider giving up social media. But one of the main factors involved with her actually giving up social media is the fact she was a little older. Devin was 32 years old when I met her. Very good looking, dude, very good looking woman, unbelievable body and all the rest of that. But she's not what she was when she was 22, right? And she'd be the first to tell you that. Well, Donovan, what does her age have to do with anything? Easy. It's her value. At that point, Devin knows that, listen, at 32 years old, I'm not going to be getting the same offers as I did when I was 22 years old. So you're saying that Devin settled with you? Maybe. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't know. Listen, if she was fielding other offers, I didn't know about them. You know, either I don't know. She may have been very, very good at hiding them. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck, dude. I don't know what she got up to behind closed doors when we were just sleeping together without any sort of commitment. But it would be disingenuous of me to tell you that the reason why I was able to train and mold Devin, that her age didn't have something to do with that. Dude, 22-year-old Devin, there's no way. There is absolutely no way that I would be able to train 22-year-old Devin. Devin looks like this, right? Devin just turned 36. She still looks unbelievable. Can you imagine what she looked like 14 years ago? 22 years old, 21, 22 years old Devin. Give up social media. No. I don't want you going to bars or clubs. What? Fuck out of here. Dude, Devin used to, I mean, this is just how it is, man. And dude, Devin used to live in a party town where she went to community college out on the West Coast. She used to play. She used to play in a garage band. She used to play in a garage band out there in a city in Arizona. You think she would have gave that up for some crotchety old guy who does nothing but yell on the internet? Of course not. Her age factored in to her compliance. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, well, the reason why, listen, I can go out and I can sleep with 19 and 20-year-olds and this and that and the other. Maybe that's true, maybe that's not. But the younger girls are, the more options they have. The more options they have, the harder they are to train. And when you've got attractive 19, 20, 21-year-old girls, they don't want to give up that social currency. When they're 32, 33 years old and they don't really get the offers, yeah, it's a little bit easier to give that up. So no, so I guess the short answer to Merciless Six's question is, what must a man highly possess? And the short answer, I guess the answer to that question is, every woman is different, right? But most women respond to the same stimuli, right? Listen, sometimes women can't help themselves around good-looking men, right? Like, she's got two guys that she's sleeping with. One is rich, one is super good-looking. Maybe at that point in her life, she's just weak for really good-looking guys. It's probably because she's a little bit younger, but to her, looks is more valuable than money. That also is an age thing. Sometimes a guy who's an artist, a guy who's very creative, sometimes that's a value. Sometimes she meets a guy who's not so easy on the eyes, but has a really large sausage. And she's like, listen, I got this hot guy over here. He's packing 5 inches, but this not so hot guy, he's packing 9.5 inches and he hits the spot every time. It really just depends upon what she values. Now, you don't want to ask a girl, well, what do you value the most in a man? Because now you're trying to qualify yourself to her. That's just unattractive. So the short answer is just make sure that you are improving yourself in every conceivable way. Work on your body, work on your money, work on your penis. Dude, listen, I just bought Sterling Cooper's book, How I Grew My Penis. I bought Sterling Cooper's book. Like I said, I'm going to have him on the show. Sterling Cooper wrote a book. He was below average, and he decided that he wanted to grow his penis. So he did some things to grow his penis, and 8 months later, he had grown his penis big enough to become a porn star, and now he is an adult film star. It can be done. So you can work on the size of your penis. You can work on the size of your muscles. You can work on your body. You can work on your money. These are all things that are directly under your control. Now, if you happen to meet a girl and you figure out that she values one thing more than others, then I suppose, and you don't want to concentrate on one thing just to keep her around. but you can't really quantify what you must like. I can't tell you if you highly possess XYZ, then girls will give up social media. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. But what I can tell you is that if your value is high enough, collectively, singularly, or otherwise, let me move this around here. Damn it. Hang on a second. Hang on, I gotta bring that back. For whatever reason, my graphics are just playing games with me right now, and there we go. There we go. Perfect. Much more, there we are. Much better. Follow me on Facebook, Donovan Sharpe, on Instagram, at Donovan Sharpe1, on Twitter, at Donovan's Den. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm very, very bad at telling people to like, comment, and subscribe. But there's nothing, there's not, and again, every girl is different in terms of, oh, that's what I'm hearing. Every girl is different in terms of what they value. And I couldn't in good conscience tell you, hey, if you highly possess X, Y, and Z, a girl will give up social media. Maybe she gives it up in the short term, and then maybe she doesn't value that much anymore. All you can do as a man is keep moving. And I know this sounds repetitive, but this is the truth. Stay in the gym. Stay on your grind. As AMS says, stay on your purpose, man. And if a woman really, really, if she wants to be in a relationship with you bad enough, she'll give those things up. Now guys are saying, well, are you telling me that the only women that are going to give up social media are older women? Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Guys, this is the world we live in, man. This is the world we live in. Now, some guys might be thinking, okay, I don't really need to have my woman, my girlfriend, give up social media to be with me. Listen, if that's not something you want to require of her, that's okay. Just understand that social media is where almost all cheating starts. Listen, guys are sliding into her DMs all the time. Her ex-boyfriend's always hitting her up, telling her happy birthday every year. Like this, listen, again, listen, you don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. If you're not comfortable doing that, that's fine. But I was at a point in my life where I was like, okay, listen, this woman really wants to be in a relationship with me. Listen, no social media, chick. And she did it. Yeah, I'll be damned. I guess she's serious. So you're just going to have to understand, young, pretty girls are just, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know that there's anything you could highly possess for a woman to give up attention currency. Because attention currency, dude, maybe this is what I'm saying. Attention currency, man, attention currency is, I think, and you guys in the chat can help me out here because I'm just spitballing here, but I think we might be onto something. This is a very good question. Attention to women is the most valuable thing to them. It's not money. It's not having a man. It's not having a family. It's none of those things. Don't get me wrong. A man with money who looks good, earns good, can take care of her, those things are important. Those things are very important. But they're not as important as attention. And the reason we know this, and we will get back to these super chats here in just a second. The reason I know this, we will seamlessly segue into Ayesha Curry. So Devin sent me this article on Yahoo News. It says Ayesha Curry's new blonde hair is spawning reaction from fans. Let me see if I can shrink that a little bit. Spawning. What am I talking about? Spawning reaction from fans. Now, a lot of you guys might be thinking, so social media and attention currency, what does that have to do with Ayesha Curry? Ayesha Curry is married to Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the NBA has ever seen. Stephen Curry also has the biggest contract in NBA history. That's right, boys and girls. Stephen Curry makes north of $40 million a season. I'll say that again, $40 million a season. Surefire future Hall of Famer. He's going to get in unanimously. Greatest shooter we've ever seen. The greatest shooter we've ever seen. I was living in North Carolina when he was at Davidson. No one had heard of Stephen Curry. Well, outside of North Carolina, no one had really heard of Stephen Curry. His father, Del Curry, also a very good shooter, played for the Charlotte Hornets. By the way, Stephen Curry's full legal name is Wardell Stephen Curry. His father's name, Del Curry Wardell. What this has to do with Aisha is that Aisha is set for life. She is married to and has children with an apex alpha male. Superior genes, superior provisioning. She lives, dude, her husband is in the top 0.000001% of earners on the planet. But guess what? Even she wants attention on Instagram. This is why I just said that there is nothing more important to women than attention. And Aisha Curry is the quintessential woman for this example. I remember the world went crazy when Aisha Curry talked about her frustration that dudes don't hit on her anymore. She says, women throw themselves at my husband. They just throw themselves at my husband. And that's cool and all, but I kind of wish guys would flirt with me. And dudes were like, wait, what? You want dudes to hit on you, but you're married to Stephen freaking Curry. This is women, guys. This is women. To answer your question, Merciless Six, or Merciless, listen, Stephen Curry has money. He's a professional. He has it all. It does not get any better for Aisha than Stephen. And even that's not enough to keep her off of Instagram posting pictures like this. So let's read the article. It's on Yahoo. It says, Aisha Curry showed off her new blonde hair in a series of Instagram selfies on Sunday. And oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys can see this, but Aisha Curry appears to have a small tattoo on her wrist. So she appears to be turning the corner. Let me scroll back up here. Let's not get it twisted. Aisha Curry is freaking beautiful. Look at the woman on the left. She is freaking gorgeous. She's freaking gorgeous. She's a freaking, I don't know, man. She's about as close to a 10 as it gets. Beautiful. But she wants to be an Instagram thought. Look at that picture on the right. Ain't nobody trying to marry that. We want to marry the girl on the left, not the girl on the right. But even married women want to be the girl on the right. And I've said this before. It's not that sleeping around and living that kind of life for women, it's not that I don't understand why, right? We chastise women for giving their bodies away and this and that and a third, and rightfully so. Okay, fine, whatever, right? But let's not get it twisted. It is a lot more fun being like a Selena Powell than it is Aisha Curry. Selena Powell's life is infinitely more exciting than Aisha Curry's. Real talk. Selena Powell has variety. She gets to sleep with different guys. She gets to travel, this and that and the other. Aisha Curry's life is exciting. It's okay, but it's not as exciting. So when we break it down to the street level, the average run-of-the-mill girl, listen, being a hoe is more exciting than being a housewife. That being said, being a housewife is far more fulfilling than being a hoe. Being a hoe is exciting for a little bit. Until, of course, you can't anymore. Then you're looking for that guy who will wife you up and forgive you of all your past mistakes. While the woman who got married, whose life was never really too exciting, guess what? She has a life of satisfaction. She's watching her kids grow up. Her sons are going off to trade school. Her girls are staying at home until they find a man to marry to learn to. These things are very fulfilling for women. Right? So while it's much more exciting being the girl on the right, it's much more fulfilling being the girl on the left. And unfortunately for women, they make these short-term decisions. See, being a THOT, being an HOE, if I'm going to try to keep it clean for YouTube, that's almost like getting paid your fun up front. Okay, I'm going to get all my fun done up front. Well, guess what? There's nothing left on the back end. That's just the way of it. That's just the way of it. Getting married young and having children young, that's sacrificing fun in the beginning for a more fulfilling life in the future. But of course, girls think they can have it both ways. They think they can have all the fun in their 20s and then still have the great life like a woman who got married in her early 20s. Doesn't work that way. Anyway, while some people complimented the cookbook author, and by the way, Aisha Curry created a cookbook on her new look, others said they barely recognized her and accused the mixed race mother of trying to look white. Her husband, Stephen Curry, defended her in the comments of her Instagram photo. He says, quote, "You beautiful baby, and don't let anybody tell you differently, okay? I mean it," he wrote, adding, "They're just a bunch of meanies out there, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Bless their hearts." I'll tell you what, man. So many people, especially in the black community, the black community standard of the fantasy family is the Jay-Z, Beyonce. Is the Jay-Z. No. You don't want to aspire to be Jay-Z and Beyonce, okay? Jay-Z and Beyonce are trifling. Jay-Z is smashing girls on the side, not even trying to hide it. And Beyonce is trying to be super girl power movement activist. Whereas Stefan and Aisha, they're just so cute together. They're just a bunch of meanies. I just thought that's who you want to be, okay? You don't want to be Jay-Z and Beyonce. You want to be the Obamas. You want to be the Currys. Aisha responded, it continues, to the criticism on Monday and tweeted that she wore a wig for a, quote, switch up and used a, quote, an extremely common IG filter, telling fans they're taking this stuff way too serious. Aisha Curry's new blonde hair drew divisive reactions from her fans. On Sunday, the 31-year-old cookbook author debuted the lighter locks in a series of Instagram selfies, one on her story and one on her page. "Mom goes blonde temporarily," she captioned in her post, which was a boomerang of her and her husband, NBA star Stephen Curry, sitting in a car. By the way, I had no idea what a boomerang was until the models that filmed Womanies Volume 3, that helped me film Womanies Volume 3, told me what it is. I had no idea. Dev and I are looking at each other, like we're all at this really nice restaurant, you know, just sort of getting to know each other. Like, oh, let's do the boomerang. And Devin and I are looking at each other like, what is boomerang? We were clearly the older people at the table. I just thought that was, I'm dating myself. It is what it is. Aisha, the article continues, who's naturally a brunette, received mixed reactions to the selfie because while she's highlighted her hair in the past, she's never gone fully blonde before. Some of her fans didn't approve of the new color, claiming they didn't recognize her and accused her of trying to look like a white woman. It's important to note, however, Aisha is mixed race since her father is of African American and Polish descent. So there you go. Why she do this, bro? I mean, like, I can... Look at this. Look at this. Whoa. Whoa. Is that dude? That's Aisha. Now, listen, guys. This is actually an organic reaction. I literally got this article from Devin 5 minutes before I went on the air. I didn't scroll. I have not been through this. Look at this. Wow. She actually looks like a white girl. Yo. Is that can't be Aisha. Hold up. Aisha Curry looking good. I don't know why. Hold up, man. Yo. How does... I can see it messed with the nose. Dude, that looks like a white girl. Now, listen. I'm not gonna... Listen, whatever Aisha wants to do on her Instagram feed, that's cool. I'm not one that's gonna go on, oh, you're trying to look like a white girl. But if I'm keeping it 100, that's a damn good-looking white girl. That is in... That can't be... Hold up, man. Is that really her? Yo, look at this. Yo, I can't believe... Dude, this is incredible. I can't believe she actually looks like a Caucasian female. Look, her ears are pink on the ends. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dude, see, look what Aisha looks like. She clearly looks like a black woman on the left. She's freaking beautiful. Man, dude, maybe there really is self-hate here, man. This is incredible. This is incredible. Dude, I cannot I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to get to the super chats here in a second, guys. I promise. I'm trying to figure out how it does. Hold up. Okay, that's what Aisha looks like. I don't know how, dude, that is really scary, man. That is super, dude, that is super scary. I'm not kidding. That's kind of weird. That's really weird. Because she looks, dude, she looks damn good in this picture. Yo, this is, dude, this is crazy. You got to be kidding me. This is, listen, listen, I'm sorry to hijack this, but that is, I've never seen anything like that. Dude, she looks Caucasian. Her nose, her lips, her ears, everything. That is really, you know what? Listen, you want to know what this is as weird as? This is almost as weird. This is almost as weird as those Bush-Obama fusion pictures. Those looked super scary. This is just, this is creepy, man. That is crazy. I cannot believe. Now here, you can still tell that it's her. That right there, that is scary. That is scary, man. That is incredible. I can't believe, dude, that's, all right, let me. Damn, dude, I have never, oops. Hang on, there we go. I had no idea that filters could do this. I had no idea, man. So, of course, now it says Felicia Rashad Jr. I'm assuming that's Felicia Rashad. It says y'all made Ayesha Curry get filters. Now she looks like a white woman. Now she looked like a white woman. I can't stand this ignorant talk. Now she look like a white woman. Oh, okay. All right. So Devin, okay, so the joke's on me. Okay, see, now you guys are being, okay. All right. Okay. So that's obviously not her. Okay. Oh, dude. This is how much of an idiot I am with this stuff. This is why you guys know. I just sat here and talked about this photo as if it were Ayesha Curry and actually believing that there were filters that could turn this into that. Okay, all right. Well, then I feel a little bit better. Okay, all right. Okay, yes, guys, I'm an idiot. I just don't. Okay, so that's not really her. Okay, never mind. I guess that was the guy being funny. Devin had to let me. Okay, all right. Well, anyway. Says Ayesha Curry looks like she has a YouTube channel with 7,000 subs. Yeah, this is, the interesting thing is, man, this is, listen. I'm going to go back to Merciless's original question, right? I'm going to read it again. This is a very good question. He says, in your opinion, what must a man highly possess for a woman to give up attention currency? I don't think there's anything that a man could highly possess that could get a woman to give up attention currency. I really don't. As I said before, Ayesha Curry has it all. She has a husband who is an NBA star. He's one of the biggest stars in the league. He's one of the richest NBA players ever. She has everything. He was raised in a two-parent home. She was raised in a two-parent home. She's married to an NBA star. He's attractive. She's attractive. But she still wants that attention. She still wants that attention. So the answer, Merciless, is apparently nothing. Apparently nothing. That's very, very interesting because I guess at some point, like I said, using myself as an example, I mean, I've gotten 2.5 women to give up. I've gotten 3 women to give up social media. The first woman who gave up social media, she lasted a week. The second woman who gave up social media, she lasted 1 day. The third woman who gave up social media, I'm still with her now. So it doesn't happen. Does not happen often. All right, let's get to these super chats here. I feel like an idiot. I absolutely feel like a freaking idiot because I really thought that was her. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to troll myself. And I'm going to post that video of my dumbass thinking that was actually Aisha Curry in the picture. I was blown away. I was like, what the hell? All right. This shows what I know about filters and lack thereof. It is what it is. Technomage B5 says possessive, controlling, etc. Oh, thank you for telling me you no longer want a relationship with me and are putting yourself back on the market. There's the door. Goodbye. End cycle. Oh, looks like Technomage B5 has some coding in his background. Says if she comes back, you have leverage. That I agree with. When you make demands of a woman and she decides not to comply with those demands, but then she comes back, you can literally do whatever you want with her. You can stick your sausage in any opening she has, and she will willingly take it. I speak from personal experience. Birdface, $5 says, first time watching. Have any advice for a brother back on the dating market? Got a few decent chicks. I'm looking at asking out. I would not ask out a chick, number one, Birdface. You don't ask a chick out. You tell her you're going out and that she's going with you. That's what you do. I'm going to XYZ bar. You're coming with me. That's how it works. Don't be an asshole about it. Just be very upfront and straightforward. If your game is tight, if your value is high enough to be like, okay. Guys always ask me, Donovan, you slayed all these hot girls in Vegas. What was your best pickup line? My best pickup line? Actually, let me switch cameras here. Here's my best pickup line. Hi, I'm Donovan. That worked every time. I put my hand out, introduce myself. Hi, I'm Donovan. Hi, I'm Stacy. Rinse and repeat. Greatest pickup line ever. Hi, insert your name. Good question. I would also advise you to, you said you're a brother back out on the dating market. I would start looking at other races of women. There are some decent black women out there, but they are few and far between, my friend. So if you're looking for a black woman, nothing wrong with that. You're just going to have to understand it's going to be a long wait, and a lot of headache. R Drizzle says, what if your lady asks, oh God, guys, listen, R Drizzle, I appreciate the super chat. I really, really do. And I'm being, I don't want to be, I'm trying not to be an ass, man. Cause you listen, man, like you guys know I'm a prickly guy and I can be a little condescending. I'm not something I'm proud of. But guys, if you're going to ask me questions, we got to use proper English. Okay. Part of being high value is using proper English. What if your lady asks you to give up social media? No. What if your woman asks you to give up social media in response to you telling her to give up social media? Right? So let's work on the grammar. Listen, man. This ain't hooked on ebonics, guys. I'm not being facetious here. I'm being serious. Let's use proper English when we're typing, okay? Listen, if that causes you to unsubscribe from my channel, fine. I just don't like that stuff. Just gets under my skin. It does. Anyway, to answer your question, he says, what if your lady asks you to give up social media in response to telling her to give up social media? Then your value, my friend, is not high enough. And I'll tell you why. If your value is high enough, meaning that your value is high enough for her to want a relationship with you, then she won't ask you to give it up back, right? So, but here's the thing. The reason why, and you don't tell your woman to give up social media, R Drizzle, okay? That's your first mistake. You don't tell a woman to do anything. I didn't tell Devin, give up all social media. No, I said, look, if you want, I don't date women who are on social media. And she said, so you're telling me to give up social media? I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm telling you that if you want to be in a relationship with me, understand that I don't date women who are on social media. So guess what she did? She deleted all of her social media, right? So if you tell your woman, delete social media, you're doing it wrong. You don't tell your woman to give up. Well, Donovan, how do you ever get to the point? How do you ever get to the point where you're having discussions about talking about her giving up social media? And this is the mistake that most men make. Never, and I mean never, ever, ever, angle for a long-term relationship first. Do not angle for a relationship first. Ever. Because the minute you ask a woman to be your girlfriend, the minute you tell her you want to take things to the next level, your leverage has gone out the door. And the reason for that is because when you express to her that you want to be in a relationship with her, you are also indirectly telling her that she has done everything she needs to do to secure your commitment. Which means that there's nothing else for her, there's nothing else that she needs to do in her mind, right? And if there's nothing else she needs to do in her mind, why would she give up anything? Why would she give up going to bars or clubs? Why would she give up social media? No. The reason why your woman, and this happens every time. And this is a very good question, R Drizzle, because I've had several guys write and ask me this. Donovan, I asked my woman to give up social media, and she told me to give up social media too. Right? Well, why did that happen? Well, let me ask you, John. Did you ask her to be your girlfriend? Well, yes, I did. Well, that's where you messed up. That's where you messed up, John. When you angle for commitment first, you are, and this is real talk, when you angle for commitment first, you are forfeiting your right to make any further requirements of her. Because when you angle for a relationship first, like I said, you are literally telling a woman there's nothing else she needs to do to secure your commitment. This is why women are always trying to get in relationships with men, so they can get fat and stop putting out. This is why women are trying to drag men down the aisle. They know that once they get married, they don't have to do anything. They can get fat, close their legs, sleep with their personal trainer when they decide to get back into shape. So when your woman is telling you, well, if I have to delete social media, you do too, this means that you are angling for commitment first. And if you angle for commitment first, you are forfeiting the right to make any demands of your woman. Now, let's say she says, I want to be in a relationship. And here's how to handle this, R Drizzle. Here's how to handle this. I'm going to put you, this is going to be some next level game for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are watching me for the first time. So you meet a girl, you hook up with her. You're hooking up with her for a few weeks. Right? The sex is good. You enjoy each other's company. You like each other. You guys spend time together. You guys go out to eat. You do movies, blah, 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 blah. Everything is going great. Then, inevitably, you guys are laying in bed, and she says to you, so where is this thing headed anyway? This has happened to me many, many times. Half the time, in my early Vegas days, I would fail this comfort test miserably. My later Vegas days passed them every time. But invariably, inevitably, a woman who likes you enough is going to say, hey, where is this headed? In other words, I want to be your girlfriend. Where is this going anyway? What would you call us? What are we doing? That is womanese for I want to be your girlfriend. Now, a woman will never just tell you, hey, will you be my boyfriend? You want to know why? Because they risk rejection. And women, as Myron Gaines says, they don't take L's. They're not used to taking L's. They don't handle rejection well at all. They just don't. So instead of just telling you flat out, hey, I want to be your girl, they say, so where is this thing headed anyway? One girl pulled this on me. We're laying in bed. Dude, I think we had sex for like 45 minutes. We were in a sweaty heap. It was the greatest thing ever. So this is when I smoke. So after we smoke a cigarette and catch our breath, this is Saturday. She says to me, so should I tell my mother I'm not going to visit her tomorrow because I'm with my boyfriend? And I paused for a second. And right when she was about to speak up, I said, yeah. She says, no, that's okay. Oh, wait, what? I paused for a little bit. I really liked Jennifer, but I knew that I couldn't be her boyfriend. But I was weak because I really, really liked her. And I said, yeah, you can tell her, And she was so happy after that. And the next 2 weeks were magical. And then everything went downhill. Right? But let me rewind. So you're laying in bed and your girlfriend asks you, so where is this thing headed anyway? Right? You tell her, well, it sounds like you're asking me if we want to be in a relationship. Yeah, okay. What you do is you tell her you do not want to be in a relationship with me. Well, why not? I really like you. Trust me, you don't. And tell her, look, I'm not trying to be funny. You don't want to be in a relationship with, why don't? But listen, we have fun. We have great sex. I mean, I like you. You like me, right? Yeah, I like you a lot. So why do you think I don't want to be in a relationship with you? Well, it's really, really difficult to be with a guy like me. Now she's intrigued. Why is it difficult to be in a relationship with a guy like you? Listen, drop it. I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay? She'll drop it because she doesn't want to scare you away. Guess what? She's going to try again. She's going to try that second time. Look, I know we mentioned, Donovan, that you didn't want to talk about this anymore, but I really want to know where this is headed. I want to know what to tell my friends. Like, that's the excuse they're going to give you, right? I really want to know what to tell my friends. My mom's asking me questions. My aunt, my friends are asking me questions. Like, why are you with this tall, good-looking black guy who drives this really awesome car and lives in this Vegas high-rise? I know that's oddly specific, but I promise I'm not talking about myself. People are asking questions like, when are we going to make this? Listen, I told you before, you don't want to be in a relationship with me. Well, I mean, have you ever been in a relationship? Well, sure, I've been in plenty of relationships. Why do you think I don't want to be in a relationship with you? Listen, it's very, very difficult to be my girlfriend. I'm just telling you, it's tough. Why is it so tough? Listen, drop it. Just drop it. She'll drop it again. She's going to bring it up a third time, but this time she's not going to let it go, guys. This time she's not going to let it go. She's going to push, she's going to prod, because now she really wants to be your girlfriend. You want to know why? Because you've shut her down twice. You've told her you don't want to be with a guy like me. That makes her what? Want to be with a guy like you. Now she wants to know, why is it? What is it about this guy that makes him think I don't want to be with him? Now she's intrigued. Now she wants to be your girlfriend for no other reason but that she's just got to find out why it's just tough to be with a guy like you. She's going to bring it up a third time, but she's not going to be so roundabout-y this time. She's going to be more direct. She's like, all right, Donovan. And this is not going to happen during, before, or after. No, this is going to be like, all right, Donovan. All right, Donovan. You keep putting me off. You keep telling me that I don't want to be with a guy like you and this and that and the other. Listen, I want to be your girl. I do. And listen, I like you. You like me. But if we don't make this thing official, we can't continue to do what we're doing. Now, you can go one of two ways, right? You can either say, all right, well, listen, it's been fun. Toodaloo. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say that this isn't disappointing, but I'm not looking for a relationship. And if that's a deal breaker for you, then good luck. And oh, by the way, when I've taken that route, I have never, ever lost a girl because of that. A girl has never said to me, Donovan, we need to make this thing official or I'm gone. I said goodbye, and they actually left. No, they always stuck around. 12 times out of 10, they stick around. This is real talk, guys. This is real talk. When a girl gives you an ultimatum, we need to make this official or I'm not having sex with you anymore. Okay, see you later. They never leave, ever. I'm not exaggerating. That's the truth. But you could also take another approach. Listen, Donovan, if we don't make this thing official, then I can't do this anymore. We're done. Okay, Chris. All right, Chrissy. Okay. You really want to know what it's like to be in a relationship with me? Yes, I really want to know. Are you sure you want to know? Yes, I want to know. What is it like to be in a relationship with a guy like you? Okay. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. What is it? Are you sure you're ready? Donovan, quit fucking joking around. What are we doing here? Unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. What'd you say? You heard me. That right there, gentlemen, sets the tone. That right there speaks volumes. That sets the tone. That lets her know, in no uncertain terms, that if you are going to commit to her, there needs to be full transparency. Unlock your phone and hand it to me right now. In other words, if you're seeing other guys on the side, if you're DMing with people, I'm going to know about it right now. Now, in her mind, now she's got a choice to make. Do I get up out of here because I know he's going to find out about the other guys I'm seeing on the side? Or do I stick around and get rid of all the other guys I'm seeing so that next time he asks me, I'll be ready? Right? That's what's going through her mind. She knows at that point, in order to be in a relationship with you, one of the base requirements is full transparency. If I ask for your phone, boo, you're going to have to give it to me. And and you don't even have to tell her, in order to be in a relationship with a man like me, you must hand over your phone every time I ask for it. You don't have to tell her that. You demonstrated it. You demonstrated it. So when you tell her, unlock your phone and hand it to me right now, she's probably not going to do it. I had one girl do that successfully. Dated her, I think, for 6 months. Every other girl that did that, every other girl I said, unlock your phone and hand it to me right now, they're just like, oh God, no, I can't do that. Okay, well, and I didn't take it personally. I was seeing other girls, she was seeing other guys. It is what it is. I didn't say, okay, all right, cool, no problem. You still want to have that conversation? No, we're good. Let's go ahead and head on out to the restaurant and have fun, right? Then she's going to be ready for you next time. Then she's going to be, listen, I really want to be your girlfriend. Listen, here's my phone. Here's my phone. You know what your response is? Okay, that's a start. Oh my God, that's a start. Listen, I told you 3 times. You don't want to be where listen, it's hard to be in a relationship with a guy like me. What else do I have to do to be in a relationship with you? You don't have to do anything. But I will tell you this, and this is when you lay it out. I do not date girls who go to bars or clubs. I do not date girls who hang out with their ex. I do not date girls who travel alone. And I do not date girls who are on social media. Now you tell me something, R Drizzle. After that entire sequence, you lay that out to her. Do you think for 1 second, after trying to pressure you into a relationship, now 4 times, when you lay that out for her, do you think she's thinking about telling you to delete your social media because you just told her that you don't date girls who are on social media? Yeah, I didn't think so. Girls don't try time after time after time to lock down low-value guys. They're just happy to be there. So the answer to your question, what if your lady asks you to give up social media, in response to you telling her to give up social media, you don't tell her to give up social media. You put her through her paces and you show her that you don't date women who are on social media. And that, my friend, is how it's done. I should charge you $29.99 for that, but I'll give you an 87.5% discount, charge you $5. You're welcome. Technomage B5, $5, says attention to females is like a drug to an addict. It takes a lot to break it, and some just can't break it. I agree. Red Pill Mike, $100 super chat. Red Pill Mike is quickly becoming TSR Tower's biggest benefactor. I'm going to have to tally him up. Bob in Sacramento has been contributing to the show since 2016. He's contributed almost $2,000. Red Pill Mike is getting close. He says, low-value women who get involved in relationships with high-value men will always digress back to attention being their only currency and value, instead of letting the value of the man speak for the both of them. Wow. Low-value women destroy everything that allows her. Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to stop reading Red Pill Mike's super chats because what he is doing is he is summarizing in 200 words, 250 words, what it takes me 2.5 hours to say. Very well said. Very well said. He said, instead of letting the value of the man speak for the both of them. There you go. Girls don't have to display their value. Girls are measured, a woman's value is measured on 2 things. The way she looks and the man she can attract. That's it. That's it. And if they're walking around with a high-value guy, there's no need for her to be putting blonde selfies on Instagram. Very well said, RPM. Very, very well said. Know your worth? $2. Appreciate that. Jasmine Jade, $5. Says, that is a white woman, Donovan. They're being funny. Yeah, I know. Dude, I'm such a freaking idiot, man. I really thought that was Aisha Curry. Like, I feel stupid, dude. I'm like, oh my God, that's really... All right. I mean, if Instagram filters can turn black girls into white girls that look like that, I'm waiting for the real filter. You feel me? Matthew Smith, $2 says Genghis Khan conquered the world for his woman. No, he didn't. Matthew. No, he didn't. Appreciate the $2, Matthew, but no. Genghis Khan conquered the world for all of his women. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know, maybe there's something in his, listen, educate me, but I can't imagine that a man of Genghis Khan's ilk would ever do anything for a woman when he literally had hundreds of women at his beck and call all the time. Hush 83, $2, appreciate that. Dynamorphic, $5, says a chubby dude I know is dating and banging a glamour girl model, even though he pretty much worships her and puts her on a pedestal. I don't get it. Well, you obviously don't know the entire situation. Okay, so he's a chubby dude, right? Maybe she's a glamour girl model. He worships her. Maybe he has a 9-inch sausage. Maybe he's really good at something that you're not aware of, right? You got to understand, man, super hot girls, glamour girl models, they don't sleep with guys whose value is equal to or lesser to them. So you said a chubby dude you know. I would disagree. This is a chubby dude you obviously don't know. Because if he is worshiping the ground that this glamour girl works on, but he's still sleeping with her, there's a lot you don't know about him or that situation. If I were you, I'd really start to get to know this chubby dude and find out what's really going on. Sounds a little fishy to me. Jason Bravo, $5, says, this is all enlightening, Donovan. Great content like this made me look at mistakes I've made in the past, learn something every time I watch. I appreciate that. And that is Donovan, D-O-N-O-V-A-N. Donovan. Let's get the spelling right, fellas. Gordon W., $5, says, what if she makes money from her social media, specifically YouTube? Now she has a choice to make. She can either choose the money or she can choose you. That's how this works. I mean, listen, unless you're going to be like Cobra Tate and say, listen, come live with me in my mansion, right? Come live with me in my mansion. You're going to have an OnlyFans account. I'm collecting all the money. I give you the life. You get to ride around in Lamborghinis and private jets. Right? But what you guys are, see, and again, these are all good questions, but what these are, guys, is you're making up excuses to not have the hard conversation. Listen, not dating women who aren't on social media doesn't leave you with many options, guys. You can sleep with women who are on social media, but committing to women, getting into relationships with women who are on social media, your relationship is over before it starts. Well, Donovan, every woman is on social media, so what am I supposed to do? Not commit to anyone? Yes. Yes, gentlemen. And yes, YouTube is social media. Listen, man. Listen, I don't make the rules, guys. But if a woman has a smartphone and an internet connection, at some point she's going to cheat. Well, Donovan, if that's the case, keeping her off social media is not going to guarantee that she doesn't cheat. Of course not. Of course not. You know what? Devin might have cheated. Dude, Devin could cheat on me. Dude, you kidding me? Just because Devin doesn't have social media doesn't mean she couldn't cheat. Right? Dude, for all I know, she might be on a bunch of dating apps sleeping with dudes while I'm up here in the studio. I don't know. There are no guarantees. And I'm not going to sit here and say, listen, if you keep her off social media, she'll never cheat. Oh, no. Quite the opposite, my friend. Quite the opposite. No. You can never guarantee anything. But you can, as a man, what you can do is mitigate your risk. And if you want to mitigate your risk of your woman betraying you by cheating on you, do not date women who are on social media. Do not date women who go to bars or clubs. Do not date women who travel alone. Do not date women who still talk to their exes. That's it. She could absolutely 100% still cheat on you even with all of those parameters in place. Guys, If a woman wants to cheat bad enough, she'll find a way. She'll find a way. It's just like, listen, it's just like a burglar. I could buy the biggest, baddest, most expensive security home system, and we actually have that. Our home security system is state-of-the-art. It is top-notch, top of the line. If anyone even looks at our house, we're going to know about it. If they manage to get in the house, we have a weapon that will neutralize the situation. Straight up. Right? Well, what if you're away, Donovan? Okay, what if I am away? If somebody wants to break into your house bad enough, they'll find a way. They're going to find a way. Well, Donovan, then if they're going to find a way, if they want to bad enough, why don't you just leave your door open? Why don't you just leave it unlocked? What, am I supposed to make it easy for them? Listen, if somebody really wants to rob my house bad enough, they will find a way. That doesn't mean I have to make it easy for them. That does not mean that I have to unlock my doors. Well, hell, if they're going to find a way anyway, I may as well make it easy for them. Nonsense. It's the same with women. If a woman wants to cheat, she gonna cheat. That doesn't mean I have to make it easy for her. Oh, no. Well, hell, man, if keeping her off social media isn't going to keep her from cheating, why even try? You don't want to make it easy for her, right? But Donovan, if you're just if you don't want to make it easy for her, then why would she put up with that in the first place? Well, that's a sacrifice she has to make. And at some point, under all of these parameters, your girl wants to cheat. Now she has a choice to make. Okay, I want to cheat on Donovan with Steve at my job, but like, I'm not on social media. I put a keylogger on my phone because I want to show him I'm transparent. How can I get away with banging Steve without him finding out? 1 week goes by, 2 weeks goes by. She's trying to figure out, you know what? There's really no way I can get away with this. So now here's the choice. I can either go through some elaborate cover-up scheme to try to sleep with Steve behind Donovan's back, or I can simply break up with Donovan. That's what you're trying to do. You want to give your woman choices. This is why guys get cheated on, because they're not giving their women choices. The choice you want to give your woman is, do you want to go through the rigmarole that it's going to take you to get away with cheating? Or do you just want to do the easy thing and break up with me? Because I'll tell you what, girls never do what's hard. They do what's easy. And when they're weighing in their minds, you know what? Getting away with cheating on Steve is a lot more trouble than it's worth. It's more trouble, in fact, than being in a relationship with Donovan. So which is harder? Trying to get away with cheating with Steve or just breaking up with Donovan? You know what? It's a hell of a lot easier just to break up with Donovan. Problem solved. Problem solved. Devin comes to me, listen, Donovan, there's a guy at work I kind of starting to catch feelings for. We're going to have to end it. Hey, no sweat off my back. You know what I'm saying? At least, now, of course, we know that would never happen. She'd probably find a way to bang him first and then tell me. But the point is that it would be very difficult, guys. And I say all that in jest, but not dating women who are on social media, not dating women who go to bars or clubs, what you are doing is making it very difficult for her to step out on you. If she really wants to step out on you, she will find a way. She will find a way. But your job is to minimize her risk by making it as difficult as possible for her to do this. Well, Donovan, if you have to try to make it difficult for a woman to cheat, then she doesn't really want to be with you. And this is the difference between men and women. Women are impulsive. They can't control themselves. I said this on the 7 last night. You don't think that if some 6'5", NBA-looking dude with a 9-inch slong lived next door, you don't think Devin would go over there and get a piece of him if she knew I wouldn't find out? Of course she would. Assuming Devin loves me, she would never put herself in position to do that in the first place. So if a woman really wants to be in a relationship with you, she will allow you to protect her from herself, which means putting things in place that make it very difficult for her to succumb to her impulses. That's what this comes down to. That's what this comes down to. Good question. El Baracho, $5, says, showing my support. Appreciate that. Red Pill Mike, another $10, says, if they have DMs that are not answered, but not deleted, It's the same thing as dating around because she will delete anything from any guy who is not an option in her mind. Don't be stupid, fellas. Dude, Red Pill Mike is on freaking fire today. Good God almighty. Jason Bravo made a correction, said, my bad, Donovan. Absolutely. Absolutely. No problem at all. Let me go back up here and Eddie Daniel says Black Aisha is way hotter than the white one. Wait, Eddie, are you talking about, hold on. See, now I got to pull this up. Hold up. I'm pulling it up. You said Black Aisha is way hotter than the white one. Are you talking about white Aisha? Or are you talking about the white girl who I thought was Aisha? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, listen, I'm gonna take screen grabs of the both of them because I already know who I would take. Real quick. Looks like we got a question from a Sharp stream. I'm going to get to that here in just a second. I'm going to put both these chicks up on the screen. So there's the white girl who I thought was Aisha Curry. This is the white girl I thought was Aisha. And listen, based on what I see, this girl is a hard 10. This girl is fully hot. She's beautiful. Aisha Curry, not too far behind. But you want to know something? The white girl looks better than Aisha Curry. I don't give a damn what you say. Don't care. Do not care. Listen, I'd smash them both. But guess what? The white girl looks better than Aisha Curry. She does. Those are facts. These are facts. Hashtag Snow Bunny Sundays. Kevin Samuels is in the house. Says there are filters that do this. Wow. Did not realize this. Jay in LA on the Sharp Stream side says, my girl mentions to me when a guy blows her air kisses when I'm not looking. Not sure if I should congratulate her or ignore it. Congratulate her. This is what you have to do. Well, that guy was blowing me air kisses when you had your back turned. You know what you say? Well, why didn't you blow him air kisses back? Dude, if you show her it doesn't bother you, she's not going to tell you again, right? The only reason why your girl, Jay in LA, told you that was to try to get a reaction out of you. That guy blew me air kisses. Jeremy at the coffee shop wants to get with me. My ex-boyfriend sent me a text message, right? Did you text him back? The guy at the coffee shop, listen, do you want me to set you guys up on a date? Like, listen, if you need the crib for tonight, like I can leave. If y'all want to come in here and bang it out, like, just make fun of her. Listen, you actually had it right, Jay. That guy over there blew me air kisses. Oh, congratulations. Next time, blow air kisses back. I want to see what it looks like. El Baracho says, I smashed both of them after a couple of beers. Both of who? Maybe he says, I would smash both of them after a couple of beers. I hope you're not saying that Aisha Curry and the white girl, whoever that is, are only attractive if you've had a couple of beers. I hope you're not saying that. I hope you're not being meathead red pill guy who has super duper duper expensive taste in women. Like you're only attracted to super hot girls. Dude, I banged a couple of sixes in Vegas. A couple of high fives, low sixes. Man, listen, we all got to start somewhere. It is what it is. C. Poxon says, hopefully he's not saying that. Yeah, I don't know. Get a few more super chats. Myron Gaines is in the house. Says, this stream is awesome. Appreciate that. He corrected himself. He said, this stream awesome. He went ghetto-fied with us there. Yeah, Matthew Smith, you're going to have to correct me on that, man. You said Genghis Khan conquered the world for his woman. I'm calling BS there, homie. Calling BS. She's pulling a Michael Jackson. She can satisfy the black and white in Curry. I agree. James Martinez. is in the house. So Wednesday, like I said, guys, I'm going to have Sterling Cooper on to discuss his adult film career. I'm not going to do it on StreamYard. I'm actually going to put him on this screen here. I'm going to put him on this screen here because nobody does that. Nobody does that. I'm trying to get away. I mean, like, I'll use StreamYard for, like, you know, the 7 and Myron Gaines and all that. But when I have special guests on, I want them to be here. I don't know why. Something in me is just telling me that it's just better. But that's what I'm thinking. Technomage B5 says, hold up. Make fun of her for disrespecting you. Wait, I get it. You're reminding her that she's not that important, especially if that's her attitude. Or is there more to this that I'm missing? No, you're right. You're absolutely right, Technomage B5. I don't listen. If Devin told me that guy blew me kisses, blah blah blah, I wouldn't take that as disrespect. That's just the low level shit test. Okay, she's trying to ruffle my feathers. That guy blew me a kiss. Oh my God, where is he? Let me kick his ass. Blowing kisses to my girl. Where is he? I want to beat him up. And then look at her and roll your eyes. Just, you know, treat her like a little sister. No, Technomage B5, you are 100%, 1000% spot on. Pardon me. 1000%, 1000% spot on. Guys, that's going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Listen, it was great fun today, taking it back to the old school, more or less. And like I said, with the exception of this Thursday, I'm going to be in Detroit. I'm going to be in Detroit this Thursday with Terrence Pop, and then I'll be filming the rest of my Womanese lines and everything on Friday. But I'll actually be back. I'll actually be back on Friday evening. No. I'm going to be doing weights and dates with Myron on Saturday because I'll be traveling on Friday. So you guys know how that goes. But yep, that is going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Thank you all for joining me. I greatly, greatly appreciate you guys being here. We will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Take care. Get thousands of hours of content not found anywhere on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Link in description.